Sorry. That was an awesome response, Automated Realms. Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Lion of Code. I am One Lion. I have no idea why it responded to you like that. Sure, I can count to 100. Here's a fun fact. 100 is the largest number that can be represented by a single byte in the computer's memory. Been a while since I've heard that. Ooh. Hi, Apocalypse. Hope you're having a great day. We're all having a great day now. Intro music, theme music. Awesome. Anyway, hi, welcome to One Lion of Code. I'm One Lion. I don't know what all I said already because my brain just kind of fell out of my ears after hearing the yeah. Oh man. We're just going to the desktop apparently. I clicked. So, hi. I got my monitor to be on the right, my display thingy to be on the right output. I honestly have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, what it is talking about. 100 is the largest number you can represent with a single byte. That doesn't sound right to me. Hello, Navam. Let's take a look because it depends on if it's big endian or little endian. I'm going to assume little endian, but I don't think it's right. If we did, the number it gave us in binary. Oh, that is 100. Huh. Huh. Maybe it is right. Maybe it is right. Anyway, welcome back to another wonderful stream. Dukasoft probably did in his head. He's just that good. We have been working tirelessly and tediously on this bot game, on this archery bot game. At the end of Monday's stream, I was about to say yesterday, we got it to draw the arc correctly. I think we have it drawing the actual position where it hits the target correctly. Maybe that's where we left off. We need to fix that. It is all the way across the thingy. So let's do 2 and why did that anyway, and 90. Go. Right over. Unfortunately, didn't connect with the target. You'll have 2 more opportunities. Are you going to tell me whether I was over or under? Flew over the target by quite a bit. Okay. So let's just change our angle. Oh, close, close. It looks like it's too low. How much lower can we get it to go? 0.9. Is it still going to hit the target if I'm at 0.9? It does. Dang. Replay? What did we call the command for replaying the shot? You know what? It's in the list. Shoot, targeting replay. It's not gonna do it. Why didn't it do it? Reshoot. Why didn't you just replay? Oh my gosh. I'll force it to replay. Huh, replay animation is apparently broken. That's what the issue is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, point is, we have an arrow that's flying. It's following an arc, but it's not quite animating correctly when it hits the target. I don't know what I want to do about that. I think we're going to run with it. Maybe. Because something that I've been interested in is what is this guy thinking of doing as far as changing out our placeholder images. So right now we have a div that has a background color. So what are we going to do as far as the sprites are concerned? I really don't know what he was thinking, is thinking. Still processing that thought, if you couldn't tell. I'm going to start off by trying to do a background image. Am I? That's an SVG. Or do I just want to make that the archer itself? What do we got? Animated components. We have arrow flight animation, ellipses animation, and hamburger button. Doesn't look like I have anything specific to the game, to the archery game. So I'll put them in here because I want it to be animated as well. Maybe not. I want it to have its own folder, and its folder is going to be game. Didn't I shift F2 just now? Hello. Game sprite components? No, why are you in pages? You belong up here. Or killing a PS4. No! Just helping my kid. Okay. Let's do an archer. And let's do a target. Oh, the other thing that I really wanted to do was to add the elevation component to the target. So the target can be spawned at any distance, at least 50% of the way. 50% further that way. What are words anyway? When the target spawns, it can spawn no closer than 50% of the total distance away from the archer. Which is to say, why aren't you spawning? Oh, because it stopped listening. Because it rebuilt when I created the 2 new files, which means we need to reconnect everything. Oh my gosh. What a con. Forcing me to use points and not even replaying the redeem. You're just making me redeem it again. Wasting all of my precious points. No, the angle is not between 0 and 180. It's between -90 and 90. Oh my gosh. Why are you being so mean, Mr. Bot? Okay, so you can see that the target spawned most of the way across. I don't even know how far away that is. We'll be able to tell if I turn on the debug UI. It'll also make the screen all jumbly and mumbly. So about 3/4 of the way across. So you can see the boundaries for where the target can where the arrow can fly, I should say. So that inner box is where the arrow can fly. So what we're trying to do is replace the archer with a component. So let's do that first. Oh, and I guess what I was trying to get at is this is ground level right here. And so the target should be able to spawn anywhere between ground level and maximum target elevation. But right now it's always spawning at ground level. So where are you, Archer? Right here. So one thing we need in our Archer is player information. So code, parameter, public string, and we're going to do require, editor required, as well as allow null. And the reason I'm doing allow null is so we don't get a green squiggly. And I'm also going to go ahead and move this into imports.razor because I'm using it everywhere. So let's make it available everywhere. So public string, archer name. And this needs to not be this in the future because we're going to have multiple people represented by one archer and multiple people are going to be able to shoot their arrow at the same times. But anyway, this would allow us to copy and pasta. And you're going to be archer name. And so we also need archer.razor.sass. And we're going to take the styles for the archer, the ones that don't depend on property. Maybe archer. Dang. Yeah, I'm not going to take any of the styles that are positioning the archer. I am only going to take the ones that size the archer. Height would be one of the things that I want. I'll go ahead and take that too. And so I'm using deep because now archer is a component inside of this thingy, or will be a component inside of this thingy. Let's just do one thing at a time. So we're going to replace this with archer. Like so. And the reason we have a green squiggly is because we have that editor required. And so we're going to have archer name equals current player. And you can see here that I am surrounding it with quotation marks because archer name is a string. And I think I've run into issues when I've used the syntax without quotation marks. I don't know, we're gonna try. Excuse me, do you need a rebuild or anything? No, you're good. Okay, so are you listening? You are not listening. But I am listening at hotmail.com. And refresh you. Go. We shouldn't see anything different. Archer still looks the same. Target still looks the same. Good. Nothing is Baroque. So now let's start moving CSS over. Save you. And let's start with background color, border radius, the stuff. So if I save this one only, Archer color and stuff should disappear. Okay. There. And then if I save this one, it should come back. Hey. 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 Dang it. I'm going to say that it's because I added a scope CSS and I need to rebuild in order for that scope CSS to have hot reload to work. Hey, hey. See, that's your issue, says Deflux. Hi, Deflux. You should have added a no scope CSS. A 360 no scope. Wait, what? Hey. I'm away a few minutes for meeting. Enjoy your meeting, or don't. Thank you so much for the lurks. How is that one pronounced? Ho, ho, ho. That's how I would pronounce it. He already played it. It's what Sand does. With the U at the end. I read it in Japanese. That's what the issue is. HOU is ho, ho, ho. I had a feeling it was coming and I still got shocked by it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm fine. I still have a heart. I actually did cardio this morning, so I'm sure my heart is exploded by now already, so that didn't really matter. Okay, what do you say now? If we refresh the archery gain, here go archery, do the thing. So we should have style. Okay, so let's just verify that changes to CSS are affecting CSS hot reload. Good. Okay. All right, so we have an archer. We have his background color, border radius. I keep saying his. I don't mean to put genders on these, honestly. You will need position relative at minimum. So I will put position relative here, even though it's going to get overridden here as position absolute. And then player caption. The reason I need position relative is because the player name is going to be doubled up. Why doesn't it? Why is it? What is it doing to your name? You shot way up into the air. Oh, duh, I know why it's doing that, because I never got rid of the original archer here. Dang it. You there. Cut. Save. Whoa. You still have 2 more tries, APOC. 2 archers? Yes. Wait. Both. Either. Either is what I meant to say. It's shoot and shoot. I prefer shoot. Jude. Yes. I really need to make the table for command aliases. You know what? I'm going to make that table right now. Let's commit. I didn't commit that last one. Fixed animation issues. Moved archer to component. Whoa! So, picture this, Apocalypse. You're an archer and you're aiming at a target that is no more than 70 meters away. And you have a bow, and so a 40-degree angle with a full power of your maximum velocity is something like 102 meters per second. So somewhere between that, if you're going to aim up, probably not going to need as much force. So either aim straighter or reduce your power. I wonder if. You're on Earth. Our parameters are gravity at 9.8 meters per second squared in the downward direction. Your elevation that you're starting shooting from is your archer minus 0.3 or something like that. No wind, so we also have no atmosphere. Yes, Gilgamesh. Exactly. Here is our work on that. Cosine. Oh wait, you have cosine. Where are you? You're not it. I somehow closed the group. Yeah, I closed the group for our Finance Man work, but that's fine. Fig Jam. Real-time colors. Wait. Oh, it's this one. No wind, but what about farts? You still have one more shot, though. Apocalypse. SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Here is your archer right here. Here's the plane towards the target, and then here's the angle that you're using to shoot. Aha. Aha. Angle must be between -90 and 90, where 0 is exactly horizontal. And the force is between 0 and 100%. And the target spawns no closer than 50% of the total distance, so 35 meters real world distance. So when it simulates it, it uses real world simulation, which should be relative to the horizontal distance, not necessarily the up-down height of our game area. Farts remaining. We'll do another archery style game that's not really archery, but who can fart I don't know, that's terrible. I'm not gonna do that. Move into a group. You can't group with only one tab in Chrome. Oh, also could have the shots remaining though. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that now. That's a great idea. Let me show you how it's done. I'm kidding. So that is pretty much spawned as far away as it can. I'm going to shoot at a 2-degree angle at a force of 58. Pew. I didn't actually do shoot. Oh geez, didn't even make it to the target. How about 78? Pew. Like 306 meters from the center. Is that above the center or below the center, or is that the absolute value? I'm gonna say it's below center just because that's what it looks like in the UI, even though that can't be trusted. So a little harder. And it flew over. It's looking like a tough day at the archery range. Oh, I didn't even check to see if the tries remaining showed up. The other thing you could do if you're good enough, which I am definitely not, is find out who can have the arrow, like something that should contribute to the score is how much time your arrow stays in the air. Which means if you shoot at a higher angle, at a slower velocity, it'll stay in the air longer, which will give you more points. So let's say we did 60 and 28, for example. This is going to be too hard. Not bad. 18. Pew. Oh no, not enough. Somewhere in between that. 22. Pew. Oh, it's not gonna make it. I forgot to check remaining tries again because I'm having too much fun with that. The angle obviously is a little bit wrong. Okay, so shots remaining is not showing up. Why aren't you hot reloading, buddy? You're welcome at the batting plate. This is not baseball or cricket or anything. This is archery. Why? Oh, okay. So yes, my changes to the dot razor are not being picked up. All right. If we refresh. Nope, still not. So I'm gonna stop and restart. And we have to probably Control C until the file actually stops running. Yep. It seems to take a lot longer to spin down. Most annoying thing about hot reload. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, if you're going to tell me that we have this tool, this feature that's going to work in a specific way, then it should actually work. Otherwise, don't tell me that we have that tool or feature. It won't be as frustrating if you say something is supposed to work this way and then it just doesn't work, versus you don't even have that feature. Hold on, Apocalypse. Almost there. I need to get reconnected to chat. Whoa, my skirt. Okay, you can go now. So whenever I rebuild, I actually need to reconnect to chat. That's what that was. Exclamation point, connect now. I really should, I don't know, tell this thing to do the connect every time I rebuild.
We don't need to print the internet.
Yeah, that's so true. Print. I should tell it to run Control P on my computer. Oh gosh, the other thing that I need to do is refresh this thingy so it's listening. There we go. Okay, so yes, shots remaining 3. Shoot. 220. That was perfect. I don't see anything wrong with that shot. Oh my gosh. Anyway, just imagine if you're in archery, you typically don't lift the arrow up very high unless you're shooting really, really far. And this is Olympic style archery, which means that most of the time your bow is going to be pretty horizontal because you can shoot really fast and the target is at most 70 meters away. I have a P command. Oh, so true. Hopefully though, since I have evacuated my bladder before the stream, that angle on the arrow. Wait, what? Oh, I was gonna say, did it just tell you got 100 points? These are some really, really long messages though, automated realms. You need to slow them. Oh! I thought that was gonna get it. Dang it. It flew under the target by 0.744 meters. Yes, this is 100% Blazor. So even this archery game here is Blazor. And that's what I'm trying to stick with. Although I did learn about spline, which is essentially free to use. It's just really hard to get it working with Blazor. It's a lot easier if you were doing React, but this is essentially a canvas with JavaScript, and it does, yeah, anyway, it's this. Hello, Thindle. Awesome stream earlier. Thank you so much for a wonderful stream this morning or afternoon, whatever time it was for you. It was great. Here's a shout out for Thindle. If you guys don't know Thindle, he does come on. He does .NET development. He's been modernizing a .NET framework application for about 6 years now. At least that's what it feels like. But he's doing great. He's done amazing on it. He's also giving a talk at Sweet Hug, along with a million other people that he knows. Pew. Going for that high angle accuracy shot. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so close. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. So close. So you can use either exclamation point shoot or exclamation point shoot. Okay, so here is what we're doing currently. So you can definitely keep going, even though it's so distracting. It's so much fun to watch. I really do want to add points for if you use a high angle and you hit the target. That should give you a score multiplier. Because it's a lot easier to shoot straight at the target. Man. I need to write that down before I forget it. Oh. And I'll fix the angle of the arrow too as it's moving. Where are my notes anyway? I'm having too much fun watching that. Okay, archery. Add points for air time. Longer it's in the air, the more points you get. Okay, so I added that to my list of notes of things to do for the game. Well done. Although your arrow didn't hit the target, it merely flew over by a little bit. Unfortunately, you didn't score any points this round, bringing your total to 0. Be sure to practice and aim a bit lower next time. High score is 100. Yeah, like I said, it's super easy if you just shoot straight at the target. So, I don't know, 2 and 68. I keep doing that. Bang, shoot. .2. That went over. 1.9. Yeah, so that's definitely off by a little bit. And I also need a delay for after the round is complete. It'll show for at least like 2 or 3 seconds before it cues the next person. And then again, we're going to make it to where there's only one avatar archer and anyone can shoot at this, or, you know, multiple people can queue up for archery at the same time and shoot at the same time at the same target, same distance away. And then I'm also going to have an archery contest redeem where anyone would be able to just type exclamation point shoot. That would be cool. Oh, so close. 46 points. So that says that you were almost halfway to bullseye. So from the edge to the bullseye, you were about halfway. It's just, I really need it to say whether you were above or below the actual bullseye. Because the UI is obviously not showing it in the right place. Okay. So we have our archer as a component, which means that now we can replace the archer with whatever we want. I'm going to go ahead and queue up, but you know, you can keep playing, but I just needed to see it. So what we might do then is use an SVG for the archer, or maybe a PNG. Why not? We can make our own sprite animator. But for now, let's just start with an image to see what it would look like. Let's make a quick... I already have Figma open. A quick archer. Are you ready for this? Watch my amazing design skills for SVGs. Finan Man is where? Does anyone see Finan Man? I mean, I see this one and this one, but these are Fig Jams. I need the Figma. Huh? Here it is. Okay, here we go. SVG, SVG Archer. Let's create a frame. Let's put a polygon. Round. Go shorter. Little... How do I make the... I'm not going to be able to do this fast. Yeah. Circle? Can we... this needs to go behind. And then a body. Let's see. It probably... No. Yeah, it goes a little bit behind the head, right? Right. Good. Good. And a neck. Goes like this. A little bit rotated. Like this. Something. And then legs. Legs. Yeah, Balint would be awesome at making this. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I would definitely pay him for it though. I wouldn't want to have him do stuff like this for free because it would be a lot of work. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Hips, torso. I just jumped through hoops calculating aspect ratios because I thought those were needed. Because I thought there was a need to do it for multiple series with different values, but the end calculation was the same. Oh, but at least you found out how to do aspect ratios, right? 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 I should have started from the bottom up though. A little too much. little smaller, please. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. I am just completely faking all of this, just so you know. Okay. Like that. And then let's get another one of these. Rotating it this way. How do I increase? Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe a little lower. Something like that. It's a fight. It's been a nightmare. Different interpretations of standards. Thank you, OSS. Awesome. Thank you so much for the follow. Marie Alamodes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Okay. This thing needs to look like it's pointing towards us. How do I do that? Wait, this one needs to, well, it depends. Are we shooting with our left arm forward, or are we shooting with our right arm forward? Oh wait, it is different. My head is spinning. Oh no. Can we do perspective? We can do perspective, but I still need this thing to be, yeah. I need it to be a different shape. What shape does that look like from the back? We'll use this. This will be our foot is facing away from the... That is a very small foot. It is a very wide foot. Anyway, something like that. We're good. And now the arm first. Let's do the top arm. Whoops, that needs to be a rectangle. Somewhere like here. So remember that the shoulder will be tilted forward. Is that a US one? It's a nose. Whatever. Yes, let's duplicate you. No, duplicate you. Shorter. It's gonna be the shoulders and stuff. You know, this is what shoulders look like. Trust me, I know anatomy. Okay, that's the arm out like this, right? Not even close. It'll make sense when I draw the back arm. And just so we can differentiate it as the back arm, I'm going to make all of the back objects a little darker. The draw will be somewhere around there. And then this is like the elbow joint. Cool. And then the actual bow. Skirt, I'm tossing it. Just hard code the numbers. Nobody will notice. So I don't know if you mentioned what exactly the calculations are for. You maybe mentioned it when you first showed up. Just don't remember. You, and you. Go back. Oops, I pushed the button. There. This is supposed to be a fedora. Or whatever the little green hats are called. I just wish I could skew this. DDD? It's a feather. It's going to be a feather. A beret. Yes, a beret. Thank you. This is going to be a feather eventually. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Actually, they usually go along the hat a little more. Again, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I'm faking all of this. If I'm offending anyone, I apologize immensely for my poor art skills. Do you draw splines? Can I draw? Yes, a path. Crap, except I need to move them. Go here. I don't even know how big bows are. I've always had trouble visualizing how to draw a bow. More around here. Okay, make you a little thicker. And I wonder if we could taper the ends. Can we taper the ends? Solid mesh custom. No idea. Dang it, and I need to add a couple of lines because it's a recurve. Of course it's a recurve. Who would use anything but a recurve? Feels offended for once. Now we can just draw straight lines. Where did my line tool. Go. Oh, okay. Mine. And finally, the arrow. The problem is that I can't really draw the arrow if I'm going to animate this later, but we're just trying to make a placeholder anyway. I guess the thing that I forgot that you usually have on bows is the grip. It's usually like wood. Just like that. Or black. Whatever. Screw Photoshop. I'm using Figma from now on. This would replace Illustrator, not Photoshop. Well, I guess Photoshop, you have some of these options in it too. I guess that's what's missing. Okay. Dude, I picked arrow. Okay, we have an archer. A nondescript archer with a green fedora, green beret. All right, Napalm says, when you see a commit in code that says assume X, Y, or Z is true, it immediately makes me suspicious. You know what I'm assuming? You know what assuming does? I don't know what assuming does, but I know what assumptions are, what they do. Oh no, not me. Assumptions make an ass out of you and some guy named Umption. Definitely not me. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this into a feather. How do we make this into a feather? We add a triangle to the top. That's why I say assumption. You know what happens when you make assumptions? There we go. And now we can use an ellipse. That's not an ellipse. Like this. Really hard to rotate at very small increments. Right, I see. Something. That looks like a fedora. I mean, a feather, right? It doesn't look like a feather. I swear I've seen this shape before. It looks like a corn dog to me. Is that what you're talking about? Their assumption logic made asses of them. I win. Oh, good. You zoomed out. And then I zoomed back in. All right. The reason that I made the stem off white is so that I can move it up and then make the feather white. Still slightly off white is what I meant to say. And I think if I make this end rounded, and then it would need a whole bunch of extra detail. But anyway, that's good. We made an archer that's going to stand in for our archer thing. So let me make this frame. Wait. How do I constrain you to nothing? I don't want you to be constrained. Maybe I do. I want you to be constrained here. Okay, there we go. All right, frame background color is fully transparent, please. And we convert the frame to a component. And then we use this component and we copy as SVG. And we go over to our app and we have an archer still showing. He's rare. And we're going to make that archer, instead of being background purple, blah, 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 we're going to make it a this. Okay. Hot reload. Hey, hot reload. I'm going to restart. Crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. Pop. That actually looks pretty good. Bye, Square. Nah, that's not a change. It was a change. It's the entire UI. Dang it. It's going to have a purple background still. until I change it in the CSS. And refresh you. And connected. Archery. Dude. Where is my archer? Position. Bottom. Rems. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Size. Percent. Okay, there we go. F12, manual game, Q1 Archer. Hey, Archer, where is my hairbrush? Archery game. Yeah, it's got to be this, right? This is where my distance archer SVG. Oh. There he is. For Archer ran away. Okay. All right. So the answer is that the archer. Oh, it's this. There. Okay, so now we get rid of the background color. We make the overflow Y visible. I mean, just overflow visible. Why aren't you updating? Hello, CSS. Hello. Hey. Okay. Why is my CSS not working? Does it show up here? It shows up here. Why not here? Wait, he ran away. This is really hard to do. All right, so let's fix its height. SVG position absolute left 0 bottom 0, and let's just make them taller. Looks like we actually need to move them down. 2 pixels is not that much. What do you think 2 pixels is gonna do? 2 pixels is not enough. Let's try 0.4 rems. There. He doesn't have any padding. That's the first thing that I checked. Archer has no padding. It's just because of the view box. So the view box itself has, yeah, I just need to get rid of the space at the bottom of the view box. So this outer frame represents my view box. So essentially what I need to do is make sure that there is no space to the top, left, bottom, and right of the frame. There. All right, so now let's copy that SVG and go back here, go back to our Archer, impasta U, get rid of width and height. Right, and it's not going to update immediately because hot reload isn't really hot reload. And now the name needs to be higher if I'm going to make them that much bigger. I don't know, man. Cotton. That's definitely not as big as I thought it was going to be relative to everything. Like, I imagine it being readable, at least. What does this even look like if you full screen? How do I go to presentation? View, full screen interface. I don't know, that's not terrible. What does it look like when we shoot? Shoot for 40. That is a massive error. Oh, that hit the target. I saw it hit the target. Oh my gosh. That went straight through the target. I really need this UI to cooperate with me. Hello, Big Gamey. Trying to get a word in between Chatty Cathy. Who's Chatty Cathy? How do I make my screen smaller again? F11. Am I being too chatty? Is that what you're saying? Or is it Automated Realms being too chatty? Hello, Big Gamey. It's a pleasure to meet you. You know Big Gamey. I prefer to be called Automated Realms, but thank you for the suggestion. It sounds like something I would say. Like, I used to play MMOs a lot, and it was almost always me and 2 other people. And that was the bulk of my MMO experience. That's how many people I partied with. I didn't really like interacting with the rest of the world, although I did like people watching, so it kind of felt like people watching if I just watched other people. Anyway, so there would be people that come by and they're like, PP, which stands for party please, or party PLZ. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much for the offer, but I think we're good. I think we've got enough people. I appreciate you offering it though. Wait, what? Automated realms. Where did you get that from? It's getting all of the archery game responses that it gives, and it sees that it responds to whatever it's prompted with the archery information. So the way that I wrote it is that any of the archery messages should happen outside of the archery game. Or sorry, outside of the regular chat. But I'm also feeding all of the chat that it doesn't respond to the context. And so it's seeing a pattern that whenever it responds, so B2B is not bot to bot. It's not really talking to itself. It's just reading back its previous messages and using that as the example of how to respond. No, the game does not have a glitch. You are the glitch. Man, it's so unreadable to me. I think maybe I tried to make the archer a little too realistic instead of cartoony. Like if I made it cartoony, it would have a much bigger head, stubbier arm. Yeah, I should just make a chibi archer instead of whatever this thing is. Let's see. So that should mean, I'm just going to duplicate this. I don't want to lose that one. Okay. Your head and beret. You know what? I need to combine some things. You're called head. You're called beret. Torso. Arrow, that's funny. Shoulders. I spelled torso with the E. Why aren't you letting me oh, because you special kid. Yeah, let's just do it in the main component. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And actually, delete. Alright, what are you? You're part of the, so you're the feather stem. Feathers. Group. Feather. Grip. Bow. Forearm. Left forearm. Who knew you were going to be watching a graphics design stream? Ooh. Left bicep. Did anybody hit the target? Shoot. 80. 80. Pew! Is it ever going to come down? I think I maybe shot a little bit too hard. Congrats, your archery try missed the target way over. Are you trying to hit Musk's satellite? Not trying to hit anything. Pew! Going for the maximum score. Oh my gosh! That was really close. Come on. Oh. My pain here is because the patient couldn't hold still. Are you making GTA 6? That's exactly what this is. I am sorry I missed your message. What's your name again? Yes, we're working really hard on making the next GTA using Figma and Blazor. This is a foot. Foot. Hips. Left lower leg. That arrow is so janky. What is the bottom part of a leg called? Calf. Jeez. Your most recent arrow missed the target. Never mind the specific numbers, but your arrow didn't quite make it to the target. Let's just say you're not too far off. Nice. It even handles the missing arguments. Yes. Good job, you. Left quad. Although, you know, that's not really what these parts are called. So this is definitely called the forearm. This is well, I guess this is bicep and tricep. So I'm not really calling that what it is. I can't believe that actually turned out looking like something. I'm honestly like surprised that actually looks like it could be a thing. Neck, shoulders, arrow, torso with an E. Beret. Head. Bow line. Lower bow line. Upper bow line. And I think... Oh, where's grip? Didn't I already name grip? Okay, grip, bow, low bow line, upper bow line, and arrow make the weapon. This, and this make the bow. And this makes the arrow. Okay. Oops. You are the right forearm. Now we're actually going to know what parts these are. Forward. And you are the right bicep. This will make up the right arm. This will make up the left leg. Wait. This will make up the left arm. Oh, if there's one thing that I enjoy, it's organizing. Neck, shoulders, torso. Beret plus the feather make up the headgear. You are the right foot, right calf, right quad, and you make up the right leg. We'll put the right leg on top of we'll put the left leg on top of the right leg. The left arm goes on top of the shoulder. The shoulder goes on top of the neck for this angle, right? No. The hips can move down to just on top of the torso. The head goes on top of the neck. Again, from this angle, maybe it goes on the other side of the neck. Mark! Who is Mark? Mark is finite, and he's a different stream. Mark is a different streamer. He goes by finite singularity. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, I see. It seems like Mark is also known as finite singularity. Let's keep an eye on his performance as he tries to hit the target. No. Mark is not APOC, though. You called APOC Mark, but APOC is APOC. Oh wait, your name has a C, not a K. You're gonna hit it with that high angle. And we'll give you 1,000,000 score if you actually hit it with an angle that high. Okay, so I'm gonna combine all of these into Archer, I guess character. All right. So now we have that. Instead of duplicating it and getting an instance, oh man, my throat. Instead of duplicating it and getting an instance, we're going to create a variant this time. Which you do with this button up here. Okay, and this variant is going to be called style chibi style humanoid. I guess I'm gonna call this one mannequin, since it's a really, really hard word to spell. Mannequin. 2 N's, and then a single N. I did it backwards. Why do I make myself spell these hard words? In front of people even. Oh man, I really want to make sure that repeat. Oh, what is it called? because you're going to get it and I'm going to miss it. And I want to be able to see it. Repeat. Targeting replay. I'm going to make sure that we can do targeting replay. Repeat targeting replay. Targeting replay. Okay, so I still think that if your turn is over, we can't do targeting replay. You can only do targeting replay if it was before your last. According to the bot, it says you didn't hit the target. Oh yeah. Remember also that I need to update the UI so that it's better at representing what actually happened. Because right now the vertical position that you hit the target at, or the actual height position, not quite right. Excuse me, can you move over this way? Okay, thanks. Okay, for our variant, our chibi variant, we need the head. Let's start by taking the shoulders. No, let's start by shortening the torso. And then shortening, man, what are you doing, throat? Shortening the legs. Okay. Gotta move this stuff down. You go down. And you also go down and make them shorter. And you. And then we make the head bigger. We keep the head the same size because that's what makes it kawaii. Drink water. I missed it. Thank you. I have not been drinking enough. Does it support decimals? Yes. It supports decimals. It supports doubles. For both the angle and magnitude. There, it's stuck. It's stuck. You got it. You should get 1,000,000 points for that. How long did it stay in the air? Hold on. Try targeting replay real quick. Targeting replay. Yeah, that stayed up in the air for a nice long time. So for every second that it stays in the air, we should really add some amount of points. That is awesome. Oh yeah. First you have to redeem archery. You do it from the channel rewards. It's only 1 point currently. I will make it so the next thing that we're going to do after I'm finished with these characters and making the target is we're going to make it so that the multiple people can shoot at the same time instead of just one person queued up to do the archery. Apocalypse, you have 30 seconds to make your remaining 2 shots. Otherwise, when it times out, the next person that is queued up will be the active player, and you will forfeit your remaining turns. Oh, that went through the target. That was so close. Bow. Weapon is what I called it. Indol, you're up. And then Tessie1354 is after that. Haha. Ooh, does the bow go behind the character? Oh, that sucks, because what if part of the bow is supposed to be in front of the character and the other part is supposed to be behind the character? That's no good. So we can't have the character as... Whatever. Let's just move this up. It'll be fine, right? It's fine. Everything's fine. So now we just need to make the actual bow itself thicker since it is smaller. So to do that, we do the bow, make your line thicker, maybe make you gold. And the grip will also need to be thicker. Or needs to be angled down a little more now. And I do anticipate animating this SVG when we do the shooting and stuff. You're gonna leave the parade the same size. Okay. We need your frame now to be small. Oh no, the frame is going to be the size that the frame is. I need it to have no gaps, no spaces at all. Wait, what else is far left? Your hat? Interesting. The hat goes over. Why? What about your headgear makes you so wide? It's really odd. That is a massive space that takes up. How did we do? Did everyone win? I bet you all won. Zero, which is a bit lower than the possible maximum of 100. You don't say. Feel free to redeem as many times as you want. Again, it's really inexpensive, I hope. What did I use for making such bot? I created a Blazor component. So this is the Blazor page itself. And essentially the entire archery part that you can see here on screen is this div archery game area and the archer and the target. And then the arrow flight itself is arrow flight animation. Another component, but it's all Blazor CSS. Oh my gosh, that's so close. How did that not? Did it say you went over the target? Yeah, it said you went over the target, which means that you need to shoot closer to you. That's insane. That was like right on. I saw the thing overlap it. We'll get that fixed though. But yeah, so this was all just HTML, CSS, no JavaScript. The arrow flying trajectory path is, I feed it all of the positions that the arrow is at after I calculate, what your launch is going to be. So I give it the positions of where the arrow is at my frame rate, at my points in time, and then I animate from each one of them. So like, let's say it starts at 0. The first frame goes from 0 to 1 meter in 0.1 seconds. Then that would be animate from 0 to 1 in 0.1 seconds, then disappear and the next one appears because it's been delayed by 0.1 seconds. And then that animates from 1 to 2 in 0.1 seconds, etc., etc. And then the communications itself. How do I get it to my machine? I have more experience with that. So my chat bot is a C# application that uses TwitchLib. And so I use Twitch chat client from TwitchLib or Twitch API client, whatever. Both of them, Twitch chat client and Twitch pub sub client. And whenever I restart my bot, I connect to pub sub. I use the three-legged handshake. And then I connect it to my chat channel. And then it just listens for chats. Oh my gosh, that is so close. And so some of the things that I have are all of the commands that you can use are in a database that are also stored on my machine. It's C#. Thank you for asking. I really like what I think is happening is the front of the arrow is actually further left than what it looks like. But yeah, so I have a database that has all of my commands. And essentially whenever you type !anything, the first thing that it does is it checks my database table to see, is that a command? If so, was it well formed? Does it have all of the parameters we're expecting? And you can see that code here in Command Manager, where after we get the, is it a command? Is the person that is doing the request allowed to run that command? So like I have a !SO to do a video shout out or a clip shout out that only admins can do. Or everyone can use that. Oh, right. Because that is, the shout out portion of that is actually run by Twitch Guru. And then the bot itself, the chat bot portion, the thing that's generating all of these texts, is an LLM running locally on another machine. And that machine is using an application called TextGen Web UI to run it. And so anytime you send a message to @automated realms, it will check to see, is this a message that I can respond to? Is it either Dukasoft or me sending it refresh commands or clear history? Refresh commands works, by the way. I don't know if I showed that to you, but if I add a new command to my table, to my database table, I can actually run refresh commands and we can pick that command up right away. My father is a skilled programmer who specializes in creating complex algorithms for various applications. He's quite the genius in the field of computer science and is always working on new projects. Hopefully it's not talking about me because I'm nobody's daddy. Automated Realms, do you think One Lion is greatest human ever? I think One Lion is a fantastic person with a great sense of humor and a kind heart. Thank you. He's always there to help others and make people laugh. I don't know about that. I believe he's a great individual to have around. I appreciate your agreement. It's always nice to have people who share the same opinion. Did you hit it? It's a fun game, no? It's going to be better when we're able to have multiple people shoot at the same time. Yeah, exactly, Dukasoft. So I only get the commands from the database once, and then they're cached from that point on. Unless we run refresh or restart the bot. You hit it! For a score of 71, and look at how low it looks. I really, really need to fix that. And you got close? No, wait, you hit it in the same spot. How is that possible? You changed your angle. Hello, Xcoding. Maybe it wasn't enough of a change of your angle? There it goes. And you got further away, which meant that you were too high. What? Bang, shoot. 2, 40, 30. Should have went with 40. Like I said, I should have went with 45. 31. Too high. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to fix that. We're gonna work out all the kinks, all of the weirdnesses. Anyway, I have a new chibi archer whose frame I am trying to make smaller. I wonder what'll happen to the parts of it that are outside of this box. Yeah, it's actually moving the frame with the horizontal position, so I'm not going to be able to get it any tighter around it than this. Okay, that's fine. I should be able to get the top closer though. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's copy this SVG and put it in place of our current archer. And actually what I'm going to do, that's probably going to cause a restart. So I won't save until you're done shooting. Parameter editor, no, not editor required, just parameter. Public style, but I need to create a new enum for it too. So I'm just going to do bool chibi true if it's not otherwise specified. And then if we are chibi, TV. And we use this SVG. Otherwise, we use this SVG. I really love that you can do SVGs. All right, I'm gonna save and restart the bot, most likely. It says hot reload of changes, so who knows? Did we actually get our chibi character? We did, except it is so far over. What happened to you? Why is your view box so broken? A joke. I used to be a banker, but I lost interest. Tell us a financial joke. Oh my goodness. This is so not going to be worth our time, but I'm going to read it out. A man walks into a bank and asks for the loan officer. He tells the loan officer, "I'd like to borrow $500,000. The loan officer, taken aback, asks, "Why on earth do you need that much money?" The man replies, "Well, my wife and I have just won the lottery. But we don't want anyone to know I'm rich. So we're going to buy a new car and pay cash for it. We'll also pay cash for a vacation and pay cash for everything else. Then when people ask how we could afford these things, we'll tell them we borrowed the money." The loan officer says, "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why borrow $500,000 when you just won the lottery?" The man says, "I know, but we're going to borrow money from you." So not worth the time. So that reminds me though, I'm gonna go ahead and commit these changes. Added Archer SVGs. And we're going to bring in some, we're gonna do this in like 2 minutes. We're gonna bring in some code that Dukasoft helped me with. He did amazing. I put it on .NET Fiddle to make it easier for myself. Is this one it? Okay. So as you can see, the message that was longer than 500 characters got broken up incorrectly. And that's because my chunking logic is incorrect. And so where is my post to chat? I did what? That's a first. Beep. Sorry, magic string. Okay, you need to be a little bit bigger so I can read you. So the changes that he made for our chunking algorithm, he turned this into a do while, which is completely okay. So we're going to start with send batch 1 so that we only send at most 3 batches. So it'll be 2 batches plus the last message, and then if there's still more, then another message that says there's more but it got truncated. And then here is the difference in our do whiles. Oh, did you actually also add a parameter of int numblocks? That's cool. Okay. So here is the replaced logic. I was doing, where is string length? Is that also a parameter? Yeah, so we'll make them optional parameters. 3 int string length 500. Yeah, totally okay. Absolutely okay, because that meant that you could just say, I only want 10 characters at a time. Here's a smaller string, break it up as many as I want. Yeah. I love your approach. Love your approach. Okay. So we're getting the first string length characters, and you'll see this when I paste it. I'm just comparing. And then we're making sure that it has a space within those first 500 characters or string length characters. If it does have a space, then we will truncate the message from the beginning to the first space before the 500th character. Otherwise, we get string length. Okay, so that looks cool. Then cur message is going to be message.trim. So this is getting saved, and then you're outputting that. And then message is going to be just message to the end. Okay, so I am going to update these to say string length. And we're going to turn this into a do while. I know, but we're going to do this. Gosh, I'm going to have to get back to work. Message length plus send batch is less than num blocks. Okay, so instead of doing index plus 1, you're just doing index.trim. Interesting. And this works without needing to do the size check on it. And I tested it quite a bit, and it's worked a lot on all of the things that I tested it on, so I know it's going to work. All right then. So now my code should look like yours. And then the next part, did I do something incorrect here? Oh, right. Instead of hard-coded 500, we're now using string length. And then if send batch equals num blocks and message.length. So I do null or white space because if it's a blank space, then I don't care about that. I'm going to keep that final index, except that you're doing message final index.trim. We can do that. We can do your version, which is message length. Oh, greater than 0. Okay, other than that, our code was pretty much the same. Other than I was doing index plus 1 here. And I think that was where my mistake was. And also you changed it to a do while instead of a oh. You also have this check in here. If final index is -1, final. Oh, I'm going to update this to 1 line of code. Message.length. All right, update final index so that if it is -1, if it didn't find a blank space in the final message, then we use the message length. You see a huge error on the top of my stream. So those are supposed to be hidden. Dang it. You know, now that we're there, we should be able to figure out, oh, I don't know what it's called though. I don't know what the name of the class is for the message errors. That sucks. Okay. And the reason why is because the interface doesn't have these extra 2 parameters, but it does now. Okay, so I trust that. I mean, I've tested it multiple times, again, on the .NET Fiddle, for example, with different strings and different number of chunks and stuff. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I trust that it works. So that's going to be it, though, for today. Join us again on Friday for another Fantastic Adventures in One Line of Code. I don't know. I definitely did not drink enough water during the stream. This thing is still half full. That's bad. The bot's still loading. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you. You have been awesome. You have been amazing. I have been One Lion. We're getting out of here so I can get back to work. I have a meeting at 1 o'clock, so in 30 minutes. But that gives us time. So if you're into game dev, then why not hang around and raid with me on over to someone that I typically lurk on, which is Code Red Games. As soon as my multi-stream starts up. I wasn't lurking on him though. Code Red Games. Oh, before I do that though, let me get the bot reconnected so that we can do all of our end of stream stuff. Okay, Dukasoft, you can do all the stuff now. First thing is, yeah, it's really helpful. I mean, you were being helpful, so hello? Hello, bot? Wait, what just happened? It just crashed. Why did you just crash? Oh no. Index out of range in command manager, process command. Let's push that meeting back. Anyway, I'll just do the goodbyes for now. Yeah, that's going to be it. I'm not going to raid. He's AFK anyway. So just join me wherever. I'll be on Irish John's stream later when he starts streaming. I'm watching Sedlix and Code Red Games. Sometimes I head on over to Cutie Kitty and Alicia, Coding Garden, all those fun people. No raid for me today. I'm just going to get back to work. And then I also have a meeting at 1500. So next stream will be Friday at 2 hours ago. Whatever time that is for you, 10:30 a.m. my time. And pickles, tacos, flautas. They're all good. What time is it? It's Lion o'clock. And Fridays are usually our community day streams. So index out of range. Index out of range. I-58. I'll fix that too, but I know what's going on. That's why I had it in a while. All right, but anyway, that's it for now. Friday Community Day, you guys can hop into our Discord voice channel. We'll have verbal conversations if you want. And your voice, your beautiful voice can come through on the stream. But that's going to be it for me for today. Back to work. Like Forrest Gump.